Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Rescue workers are searching for signs of anyone trapped under rubble after 2 Israeli airstrikes hit central Beirut. Lebanon's health ministry says the attacks, which came with no warning, killed at least 22 people and injured 117 others. Meanwhile, Israel said Hezbollah fired more than 190 projectiles from Lebanon into Israel yesterday. The UN Secretary-General earlier spoke of the need to avoid all-out war in the region.
This was just the beginning. What we are witnessing in Lebanon is a massive operation with strikes, heavy bombardments, obviously also with bombardments from the Hezbollah side, but that are causing a dramatic number of civilians being killed.
At least 16 people are confirmed dead after Hurricane Milton passed through Florida. The total number of deaths could still rise as rescue workers make their way through floodwaters and debris.
Hey, let me spin around. Hey, right there.
More than 2 million homes and businesses are without power, and thousands of people have been rescued from flooded areas. Officials are warning more flooding is likely in the coming days. Florida residents are being warned not to visit areas hit by Hurricane Milton after it brought tornadoes, floods and storm surges to the state. 1 person has died and 23 others have been rescued after a lift malfunctioned at a disused Colorado gold mine. 2 groups of 12 people were touring Molly Kathleen Gold Mine in Cripple Creek, a privately owned tourist attraction, when the failure occurred on Thursday, leaving 1 group stuck below ground for 6 hours. In the first group, 1 person died, while the remaining 11 tourists, including 2 children, were rescued from the mine, 4 of them with minor injuries. The second group of 12 were stranded in a tunnel at the bottom of the mine, but all were returned to safety later in the day. Pope Francis has met the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Vatican for their second face-to-face encounter in 4 months. The 2 men, who previously met on the sidelines of the Group of 7 summit in southern Italy this summer, held private talks for 35 minutes at the Vatican's Apostolic Palace. At the end of the meeting, Francis gifted Zelensky a piece of bronze artwork with a flower growing next to a bird, inscribed with the phrase, "Peace is a fragile flower." Zelensky is travelling across Europe this week to discuss his proposed victory plan with the leaders of Britain, France, Italy, Germany and the head of NATO. Nihon Hidankyo, a Japanese group of atomic bomb survivors, has won the 2024 Nobel Peace Prize.
Has decided to award the Peace Prize for 2024 to the Japanese organization Nihon Hidankyo.
Known as Hibakusha, the group is made up of survivors of the 1945 bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It has been recognized by the Norwegian Nobel Committee for efforts to rid the world of nuclear weapons.
To the Japanese organization.
The Nihon Hidankyo co-chair appeared to be in shock at a news conference in Hiroshima. Witnesses to the only 2 nuclear bomb events ever to be used in conflict have dedicated their lives to the struggle for a nuclear-free world. The groups say they continue to call for the abolition of nuclear weapons. Next year, it will mark the 80th anniversary of the dropping of nuclear bombs by the United States on Japanese cities Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Ordinary Japanese people were also moved by the news. Japan's Prime Minister said the award was extremely significant. And Tesla boss Elon Musk has unveiled the firm's long-awaited robo-taxi, the Cybercab, at the Warner Bros. Studio in Burbank in California. The futuristic-looking vehicle, featuring 2 wing-like doors and no pedals or steering wheel, was presented by Mr. Musk in front of an audience eager to hear details about a project he considers key to Tesla's next chapter. At the event, Build We Robot, the multi-billionaire reiterated his view that fully self-driving vehicles will be safer than those operated by humans and could even earn owners money by being rented out for rides. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.